Hello and welcome everyone to the Cobx Masters. We're finally gonna get going here with our CS:GO games. Sorry, I know you guys have been waiting long for this, so have we. But we're finally gonna get going with our first semi-final of the day between Team Infamous and Team Flirting with Danger. With you as always, your loyal, your loyal caster,
Very
Moro,
loyal.
and with me, Daredevil. How are you doing?
I'm good, and you?
I'm good. New region, new players, new
Yep,
CS:GO games. Ready?
yep, it's gonna be in Chennai this time around, if I'm pronouncing that correctly.
I sure do hope we're not butchering the pronunciation of that name. But I
No,
know for a fact that we are.
we're always butchering the names.
Well, we're gonna be watching Team Infamous versus Team Flirting with Danger and Daredevil. Look at that. Both teams synchronized Steam icons. You know this is gonna be
Yeah,
some real deal kind of gaming we have here.
it's better than most of the time there's used to be basically just anime pictures, really.
Yes.
This time we get actual, like, avatars.
Yeah, I would take like a team icon over an anime avatar any day. If you have an anime avatar as your Steam profile, I just do not respect you. I'm sorry.
Well, if considering they have avatars, I'm gonna assume then they're a proper team. So if they're a proper team, usually they'd have proper tactics, they have proper executions, maybe better communication, etc. So that's basically what you're looking forward to in a game. Because if it's just a pug style, then you're not really watching much of a match. Then anything more than a face it game, I guess you could say. So now we have two proper teams here. So I'm actually looking forward to this game.
Well then, knife round has been completed. Infamous came out on top, and they get to choose which side to start on. And they actually choose to start on the T side here on Inferno. What do you think of that T side start?
Oh yeah, but this is a map that well everyone seems to be playing these days. So it seems like it's one of the most popular maps in India. At least from what we've seen so far. But this is only the first map. It's still a best of three.
Hmm.
And for those wondering, the second map's going to be Mirage, and the third map decided is going to be Dust 2, actually.
Oh, I was expecting Overpass. I'll
Nope.
be honest. I wonder which team banned Overpass.
Hopefully both of them. It's like no overpass this time around.
Well, Infamous did choose to start on the T side. As you said, this is a team. They have the synchronized avatar going on. I mean, and T side Inferno is one of those sides where you need good coordination, good plans to have. So, what do you think? If a team starts on the T side, if a team chooses to start on the T side on Inferno, do you think they're ready? They have strats, they have plans they want to commit to? What do you think?
What was it? Infamous that won the T side?
Yes.
Well, okay. Um, yeah, that I'd assume too. Actually, like that's one of the only reasons I guess you'd have it. But anyway, I think all the players actually timed out. Maybe another power issue or technical issue. Hopefully that will get resolved any second now. A single person on the server left.
We've got small technical issues going on. It seems like there's a huge uh, weather, honestly, weather emergency going on in Chennai. Storm, power outages, internet outages. It's not looking good. But hopefully, we'll get through the series and we'll find out who our first finalist will be between Flirting with Danger and Infamous. For now, we're just waiting on the players to reconnect to the server.
Shouldn't take long. I believe they're already starting to reconnect now. Maybe a few minutes maximum, assuming that all the computers are back up and there's no more network issues.
Quite like the team name there, Flirting with Danger. Interesting
Yeah,
team.
and Infamous is actually a pretty good name too.
Yeah. I mean, they stole it from a game, but sure. If anyone doesn't know what I'm talking about, there was a a great game for the PS3 called Infamous. I think in my mind, it's one of the best games you could have ever bought on PS3. It's a great game. Have
Yeah,
you played
I
it?
played it. Yeah, I played the first one. I didn't like the second one though.
Yeah, me neither. But the
It
first one
was
was amazing.
it's suffered the curse of the sequels, where
Yeah,
usually the second one isn't as good as the first one.
yeah.
Well, it was okay though. So just it was more about being a bit too overpowered, I guess. Let's see. That's a good transition. Let's see if this team is overpowered as much as the character was. Oh, we're going live with no second team. This will be fun.
There we go. He joined in time. Thank God. He joined in time.
Actually, on my
Shit.
screen, there wasn't even a second team. There was just 4 players in one and no one in the second. A bit of a bug on my side. I've never
Yeah,
seen that before.
but it's all good. Our observer has also rejoined, and he should start controlling the camera very soon. So we don't have to watch this game from inside someone's body. I believe we're watching it from inside Board's body.
I think
Ye-
we need to reconnect actually.
We might have to reconnect, yes.
Yeah, it's fine. It just needs to reconnect. They're not live yet either. There's still one player still needs to reconnect. So, what makes you look forward to a T-sided Inferno?
I just want to see a team that plays a bit more towards A side than just going down banana every round. I feel like most of the teams we've seen on Inferno kind of stress banana control too much. I mean, if you're a terrorist, sure you need to control banana so you don't get flanked, but you can just let one guy sit at T ramp, and he'll
Take
take
control of
control
apartments.
of mid and banana, and yeah, and send the rest of your team towards apartments, and then take control of mid and second mid, and then just from there you can really work with anything. You can push towards A, or you can just fall back and go to banana whenever you feel like it because you have control of the map. But it feels like teams kind of stress banana too much and they lose a lot of players taking control of it. Would you agree? Would you disagree?
Yeah, no, I do agree. I noticed that the matches where the CTs a bit kind of run away with it is because they tend to hold banana very early on. Like they tend to throw the mollies or incendiaries since it's CT, and then
Yeah.
they will throw the nades, and then they will just take over banana. Whenever they take over banana, the T's tend to falter from there. Like they'll be forced to kind of go towards A, and by that point they'll already have 4 people on A or at least 3 people on A waiting for them because of that banana push. And yeah, if they take banana control early, the T side usually like around 70% of the time they just go B. And
Yeah.
most of the CT sides are actually that we've seen so far have predicted this, and they would hold 3 people on B whenever they've lost banana control.
Well, here we go. The match has started. I think this round is live. I sure hope it's live. It looks like it's live. And Infamous are doing the exact same thing we advised them not to do. They're running it down banana. Bet it could work in the pistol round. They do
Yeah,
have
2 people
some
here.
smokes. There's the smoke from Sad smoking off CT. Board's already made it onto this site. He's looking for someone to kill. Here's Zarth, however, from Church. Oh, lands the good headshot onto Kraken. He's still alive though, and they know exactly where he is. Board shuts him down with a shot in the head. The bomb should get planted now, but this is a 3-on-3 flirting with danger. Can attempt this retake. Sorry, however, does catch someone off guard there. That's Creek going down. Yad also gets a shot in the head, and Sorry finishes him off. It's just Grace Jesus left versus 3 people, and he can't find any headshots, it seems like. I don't think he's gonna make this work. But he might just try to anyways. Oof. Ouch.
Try.
Ouch.
Failed. But actually, that was a pretty good round. Like
Yeah.
they knew they were gonna push me from the beginning. They had the smoke and the flash that they needed to actually smoke off CT, and flash off the site, that the CTs were basically cut off from the beginning. One was basically forced out into CT spawn because he was holding it from CT, from that CT little section there in the middle.
Yeah. Hmm.
So he was forced back. So there was only one player that could have stopped them, and it's you only have like there's no real statistic, but like a 30% chance that a player is gonna get two to three kills by himself
Yeah.
against 5 Glocks rushing at him. So it's not that common that one person can save the round. So the fact that they split them up, it was a 5v1, optimized their chances to and their push towards B. In that case, I believe it would have been better for them to have one CT holding from site instead of holding from CT,
Hmm.
because that smoke wouldn't have separated the two CT players, then they'd actually be able to cover it together.
Yeah.
And then if they can actually do like a crossfire, like one holds say from ruins and one holds from near the back of the site, the quad area, but like
Yes.
a bit forward, so they're actually on a crossfire.
Yeah.
Then the T's will be basically confused on which side they're going to shoot, and then both CTs can basically shoot at the same time. Another thing they could do is hold back of the sides and like we say one fountain, one quad or dark, and be able to shoot the T's who are trying to pass quickly, because they're too busy holding W to actually try to, aim, because they need to pass CT spawn, because the CTs tend to shoot through the smoke. So one of the worst things you could do is stand there out in the open. So it's best to go straight into pool. Then you're not as a terrorist, because then you're not vulnerable to CT and you're not vulnerable to ruins. You can just focus on the left side. So that's one of the like two of the different options they could use to hold B bomb site. But
I
luckily for
mean,
Infamous, they weren't holding that way.
they. I feel like flirting with danger in a pistol round. You kind of, if you're gonna get attacked on B side, it's probably gonna be a 5-man B rush on the pistol round. So they should have played, as you said, two people on the side so they don't get split up by that smoke. But I feel like it was a bit of a misplay from flirting with danger more than an outplay by Infamous. I feel like they could have played that much better.
Yeah, as a CT said, they should have played that better. That Infamous had this tactic from the beginning. They brought the smoke and flash specifically for a B rush. So
Yeah.
if they were able to maybe peek together at the beginning of the round, try get like a long range shot, or maybe if they had nades and try to nade down banana,
Hmm.
that would have actually cut off Infamous's tactic, because Infamous, if they die, they get one kill from the beginning and then they're forced on a defense, then their tactic towards B is basically ruined. So there's different ways you can try to counter it. They had to hold defensive, but the problem is with defensive is that you have to hold together when it's against 5 people, especially on pistol round where they're just rushing with the Glocks. But Infamous basically put all their marbles, I guess you could say, all their balls in the court for this specific tactic.
Hmm. And it worked.
Yeah, it worked, but there were many ways to stop it from working, and if it
Yeah.
didn't work, Infamous would have been stuck. Like they can't really go to A without any smokes left, or with one smoke. I mean, they can hold pit, they can hold the ruins, they can hold from inside, they can hold from apartment. Like there's so many angles, and then not only that, but when you're going up A, you either take long or short, and you tend to smoke one of the sides when you're going the other.
Yeah.
So like, there's not much you could do with one smoke unless it's like a full-on push, and you know that the CTs are separated. Like, say if you get an entry kill, and then the CTs have to split up, and then you have 2 on A and 2 on B. Then there's a limited amount of places where the CTs are going to hold. So there's a good chance they'll hold from inside the site instead of, say, long and short. They'd probably hold pit and site. So you can limit the amount of ways that they're going to come at you with that one smoke. But yeah, they did everything just to do that one smoke onto CT, just to go into B. And yeah, there could have been ways to stop it, but anyway, mistakes were made. But now they have the force buy, I believe. I'm quite sure
Yeah.
Senti's going to buy as well.
I mean, Infamous had a plan for the pistol round. I wonder what's their plan now for the second round. Because as you've said many times before, second round is just as important, if not more important.
Yeah, because not only can you get the kills and win the round, but you can and reset obviously, but you'll also take the guns. So you
Yeah.
won't have to buy yourself on the third round if you get the guns from the T side on the second round. So they should be able. Like the problem now with Infamous is that they're playing with 4 submachine guns against full armor from Flirting with Danger. So even though submachine guns are still advantageous close range than pistols, these deagles can actually hurt from a long range. Like the Almson and Mac-10 is not really they're not really long range weapons. Obviously the AK is, but that's only on one player. So they could, the CT side, actually push towards what was that? Towards
Bit of a
towards
Sean Connery there.
yeah, ignoring the Sean Connery moment. They could just push, say, banana or something, and maybe if they have a nade or something or a flash, they can actually pop flash, and that deagle can actually do some good work on banana. And for many players, actually push down mid, but the problem with pushing down mid either works or it doesn't. Like you're basically risking it all. You could just immediately die from long range to an AK or just outsprayed by one of the submachine guns, and then you basically lose the man advantage from the beginning. At least with banana, you can trade more than say on mid, because if there's a guy holding T main, I say T mid, then he can actually get one shot off and then immediately go behind cover. So it's going to be hard to actually trade with him. But you have a better chance to trade on apps or on B. So one of the things they can do is push with CZs and push apartments and try to trade there, or like get an AK and run back. Well, if it is the AK.
Get a weapon and run back, basically. Well, I mean,
yeah.
Well, for now, Flirting with Danger are probably gonna have to go with CZs and Deagles. It's just Santi left. There's a 5-7 as well for YSD. Haven't seen that one in a while. I feel like with how strong the P250 is, you might just go for the P250, right?
Yeah, well, we'll see, I guess. But well, for now, all of these are going to be considered newt because they are going to restart the server. So they might buy up the same guns, they might not. So I guess we can't really overanalyze what they have now if they're going to restart the server. So yeah, I guess we're going to take a few minutes break until they fix the server.
Alright guys, we'll be right back after a short break. Don't go anywhere though, because when we come back, we'll be watching Team Infamous versus Team... How can I already forget them?
Flirting with Danger.
Flirting with Danger. Hello and welcome back, everyone. We apologize for the small delay, but hopefully all the issues have been fixed. Server just needed a quick restart. Don't we all sometimes? But now we're back.
Yeah,
The round
I could
has
use
been restored.
I could use a full system shutdown.
Me too, man. Me too. Well, in case you've missed it, Infamous won the knife round. They chose to start on the T side, and for the pistol round, they just did a B rush, absolute balls to the wall B rush, and it worked. They won that first round, killing everyone from Flirting with Danger, and now on the second round, Flirting with Danger, they are forcing, as you can see from the left-hand side, the only, well, main weapon is in Santi's hands. It's just the UMP. Other than that, you see a CZ, P250, a 5.7, and a Deagle. So, not looking that promising for Flirting with Danger.
A bit different actually from Flirting with Danger. They didn't have before the restart. They didn't buy an ump, so this is going to be a bit interesting how they're going to use it. You don't really think of an ump on the second round of a city side, do you?
Yeah, they usually don't really have the money for it, but Santi did get a kill. So there's that. Let's see what Infamous have planned for us here at the second round. I see Joe and Sorry, we're moving together towards second mid. Joe actually got a kill onto YSD, but Santi trades it back. Meanwhile, on the other side of the map, they're trying to make their way towards Banana, but it's only one guy on the B side, I believe. Can't quite tell who that is. But it's only one guy on the B side, and they don't know about that. They think it's more. Now it's too late. Now Flirting with Danger sent 2 more people. Now it's 3 on that B side, and 1 all alone on A. Look at that. Infamous. They're trying to set up a smoke now.
Yeah.
This is it. There's still a minute left on the round. There is a minute left in the round. They could just as easily throw these smokes and run back towards A. But it seems like they're sticking with it because here's Board going in first. He got fully flashed. Here's speed from CT. Zarth goes down to Church as Infamous make their way into the side. Grace gets the kill on the Sorry. Here's Kraken, however, with the 8K. He's in a good spot to help his teammates. The bomb is being planted right now. Board, he saw someone at Church, but he ran out of bullets in his MAC-10, and Creed has to fall back. He also has to reload. He's actually run out of bullets on his CZ. That's a bit suboptimal for Creed. Tried to go for the knife, but denied, and Board found the final kill there. Looks like that Infamous up 2-0.
Yeah, they did lose a few weapons, but in the end, the weapon advantage did benefit them in the end. And yeah, your favorite B rush tactic. But there's an interesting smoke actually from B side. I don't know if you noticed it, but they threw it on top of the like literally on top of the actual coffin. So it wasn't actually fully covering the ruins, so he can actually see the legs of the T's as they're passing by. And unfortunately for him, they could see the opposite way as well. So it wasn't really much of a smoke, really.
Not quite the one-way smoke they were hoping for.
Yeah. Anyway, that push on A kind of gave away that they're probably on A. So sorry, on B, but they're not. He's falling for it anyway. Still, that gave it away.
Literally a killing squad waiting for him at B side. Zarth actually spotted someone here. He must have told his teammates, but he's staying on B side for now while the rest of his team make their way towards A. Infamous are already on the site. Here's Joe from Pit. He did spot someone. He spotted a head, but he couldn't get the kill. Santi, however, found a kill onto Sad, but not before losing YSD. This is now a 3-on-3. Flirting with Danger can actually win this eco if they play it right. Here's Creed with the P250. He just shot a teammate in the head, I think. Zarth is down to 1 HP. They did get the kill onto Sorry. It's just Joe left versus 3 people. He does get the first kill. There's Creed going down. Santi as well. It's only Zarth left, and he goes down as well with that 1 HP. Infamous win it 3-0, but that was quite close. It almost went the wrong way.
Quite close. That was a 1v3. I mean,
if
Joe didn't win that round, they would have won with P250s and But yeah, just normal pistols. So it's lucky for them that Joe actually clutched that, because that would have been actually quite embarrassing and a very good economic damage from Flirting with Danger. But now they have full AKs against two FAMASs, so they still have a weapon advantage here, Infamous. But Flirting with Danger, they wanted to buy what they could, even though they don't have the best weaponry. But it's not the worst. I mean, could be worse than that. A lot of teams tend to go with OMS. So if they can cover each other and work together, they can still get this. And it looks like they are covering each other in short, at least. And on B, they look like they're also set up to crossfire. So it looks like they're actually holding really good positions here on the CT side. But no one's holding apps, which is a bit dangerous. They can fly out of apps onto pit, and then there would be not a lot of resistance, except for that Grace Jesus, I believe, he can see them as they're coming out, but if they rush out together, he wouldn't really be able to do more than a bit of damage. Maybe one kill out of it.
Seems like Infamous, however, are planning to go towards that B side again. Because they're sending 4 people.
Yeah, it could be a fake, but not with that bomb there. I mean, it might actually. The time is getting low, so I think they are just gonna fully push B here.
There's the smokes coming out. There's a Molotov as well from Sari, but that one failed. Happens. But there's someone at Coffin there. He got smoked off that Senti. Look at that. Sari finds that headshot onto Zarth, but board goes down. Infamous, they want to make their way onto the site. There's still someone there. That's Senti. He goes down. Here's Creed inside the smoke. They have no idea he's there. Joe is planting the bomb. Creed through the smoke gets the kill onto Joe. That was close. But he stopped the bomb plant with only 5 seconds left. No one has the bomb. Infamous, the time is gonna run out on SAD. It was a 1v1, and the timer has run out. Flirting with Danger actually win the round. My god.
Oh. YSD actually had a chance to kill him as well at the end there, but he got kind of shied away after Board basically shot a random bullet in the air. But yeesh. Was it sad actually? I think it was sad. Yeesh. One person remaining. I mean, and no time on the board. That's the problem when they rush that with that little amount of time. But they had a decent amount of time to plant. I mean, they did push it like 35 seconds. A lot of teams tend to push at 20 seconds and still get the bomb plant. So a bit too distracted with the CTs, and the CTs actually did a good job distracting them because they couldn't get a single bomb plant there.
It was very smart play by Creed, I think it was, who got the kill onto Joe through the smoke. He just heard the bomb being planted and he went for it.
It's one of the most common positions to plant.
Yeah, it is.
If you're that low and you know the CTs are pushing you, then you should try to plant at an off angle because they wouldn't be able to predict your exact position. But he planted one of the more obvious positions.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, that came to cost him in the end. It's only time you should plant safe in those common positions is if you have a lot of territory. Basically, if you have a terrace that's taken over that part of ruins, maybe, so he can't shoot through the smoke. Same with CT.
Seems like Infamous kind of want to do it again. They want to redo.
They love that B site. Just as we said before we even started this game, a lot of teams seem to prefer that B site.
They just pushed without any smokes, and that flash absolutely destroyed them. Santi found the headshot onto board. Creed is coming now from CT. They are in trouble because Zarth actually burned Sad alive. Creed got the kill onto Kraken as he helps his teammates on the site, but Infamous, it all backfired again. They finally made it onto the site. Joe has the bomb. He's about to plant, but this is a 2v3. Both of them are low. Joe especially down to 12 HP. Sorry, actually spotted a shoulder there. Through the wall, Creed goes down. That was unexpected. There's YSD. He does have a molly. He's looking towards Stark. He can molly back his site just as easily there. He finds the headshot. And the final kill onto Joe. I'm surprised he was looking right when he knew that Joe was on his left. But nonetheless, YSD wins that 1v2 and clutches the round for Flirting with Danger.
Well, kind of like it's they're getting a bit too predictable. Do you think? Like,
yeah,
they're pushing B. They decide to play contact play this time around. Like instead of smoking CT and covering their approach, they decided to go in slowly and try to actually surprise the CT as they're going in. But the CTs weren't surprised. They were actually holding their angles. And maybe they had an initial shock at first, but they managed to still bring it back. And now Infamous forced on EQ. Well, now I'm just wondering, they have not. It's been six. It's the sixth round now. They have not pushed A single time, except the one time that that they saw a stack on B and rotated. But otherwise, it was still a B push until they realized the stack was there. They kind of like baited one person as like, oh, okay, I see a few people, and then just rushed back. But they still had the bomb near the B side, so I think they need to start making A plays.
I would like to remind the viewers that they actually chose the T side. Infamous chose the T side, and yet after 5 rounds, as Daredevil said, all we've seen is B plays. That one A push, but as you said, it was a bit of a reactionary.
But here's the thing, right? There's a lot of people who think that, including Flirting with Danger. I mean, if they might actually start stacking A side here, because if you're losing badly on B side, what's the first instinct to do as a team? It's to go A.
Exactly.
And look at the 3 players prepared for this, but no. Actually, they're just gonna. Here's the thing. Like, they would expect you to go A after losing B 2 times, but no, they're just gonna go push B again. And look at this positions.
Oh, Zarth and Santi, they're set up perfectly for this. They're mowing them down one by one. They keep going. There's just Sad left. They really want this. Look at that. He's in the smoke. He's hiding in the smoke. They kind of want to. Oh, look at that Grace from behind. Ah, you could have knifed him, my friend. You could have knifed him and gotten that kill bonus. But
I could have killed his teammates too, so they wouldn't have been happy about that if he's too busy chasing that knife. But yeah, but like there's, I think their main purpose in that B push is just to throw down smokes and plant in that smoke. They didn't seem to care about anything else except getting money. But now it's again another gun round, and I don't think they should play A or B. At this point, try to play control and see if you can try to get an entry somewhere. Push only the side that you're more comfortable on. Maybe if you can get an entry, you can thin their defense, especially on A side. And I think they're actually going to do that. They're going to try to thin out. But look at the CT's push here. This is very different from them.
Ooh, Kraken from second mid. He almost got someone there. It seems like Creed made it all the way to team ramp without getting caught. Even from Banana, CTs are pushing. And they're not finding anyone. Oh, Santi actually got a team kill there. He got bored, but he also got Zarth. Bit of a unfortunate series of events, but it is a 3-on-3 now. Creed did not spot that someone was underpass. And I think that was Kraken. I believe that was Kraken. He survives to live another day. There's 1 minute left on the timer. Infamous are setting up for that A site. There's only one guy here from Flirting with Danger, and that would be YSD. He's hiding in pit Kraken. That molly should exactly show them where he is. He gets the kill onto Joe, however, before going down. Sad as well! That's 2 people going down for YSD. Finally, Kraken shuts him down, but it's way too late. He's stuck in a 1v2 now. He does get the bomb plant, but there's no smoke, no flash to help him, and he's already down to 49 HP. However, look at that, Creed and Santi both have flashes. They do have a smoke and a decoy as well. They don't even need it. Creed finds the shot onto Kraken, and Flirting with Danger take the lead for the first time and make it 4-3.
Yeah, nice try from Kraken. I was so waiting for him to clutch just so I can say a joke of release the Kraken, but didn't happen. And now it's 4-3, and since they lost 4 rounds in a row, they have the loss bonus. Keep in mind they won all 3 of the first rounds, but in the same time, they also lost a lot of guns on the first round, on the second or third round. I think it was the full eco, where it was Joe who just barely clutched it. So they're working with straws here, like they're actually pulling on straws. So now they don't have a single op to play with. They're just forced buying every single round, trying to get something. Otherwise, they just get a few pistols in order to get enough for AKs. And if they lose this, I would say try to EQ one, try to get an op the round after. They need to start working for entries. They can't just keep pushing at once because it's not working out.
Infamous again, 1 minute left on the round, and feels like they've been taking every round slowly. Flirting with Danger are on top of things now. They know how things work against Infamous, and they're playing it almost perfectly here. Finally, Infamous pushing towards that A side. The op has to fall back. Someone from balcony is still alive. That's why SD, he finds the headshot onto Sari. They did not spot him there because no one pushed from abs. And they're paying the price for it now. Kraken, however, does find a headshot onto Grace. The op shot misses from Creed. YSD, however, is still doing some work from Pit. Finds a kill onto Sad as well. He sees Kraken. He does dink him, but it's not enough for the kill. However, Creed, through the box, gets that final kill. Flirting with Danger win another round. Make it 5-3. That's 5 in a row now.
Yeah. And one thing you'll note is that, is that they tend to play slow until they get closer and closer to a bomb site, and then they'll just immediately go in for the bomb site. Like they don't try to play for information. They don't see what the CTs like, kind of feel them out where they are, where their weaknesses are, and maybe try to get picked somewhere for an entry kill. They're just playing fully like they'll push somewhere and then they'll push together. It's good. It's good that they push together, but they don't know where the CTs are, so they're basically running in like chickens, not knowing exactly where they're coming from. And the CTs, they have very good positions to counter where they're pushing every time. And they don't know what to do anything about this. And for the very least, Sorry did not buy any armor, so I think they're gonna try to work for an AWP next round if they lose this, which they should technically with P2.
Here we go, YSD from Pit again. He sees all of them, but he can't quite land any shots, it seems like. He goes down to the P250, so does Grace. What the hell is happening? Flirting with Danger, dropping like flies. They're Infamous. They take their guns, and they take that A site. The bomb has been planted. Zarth and Santi left alive for Flirting with Danger. They're gonna attempt this retake, it seems like. They don't want to save. And Zarth might be in for a surprise here if he peeks short. There's someone looking straight at him. I believe that would be Kraken. And Zarth mollies him away from that position. Here's Board with the op from Pit. With some help from Joe, they get the kill onto Santi. Zarth is still alive, however, last man standing. He gets rushed there by Sad with a P250, and Flirting with Danger should not have lost that round.
No, honestly, it seemed a bit like Flirting with Danger was caught sleeping, honestly. Like, they had one guy in Pit who saw 3 people and kind of sprayed them down, but didn't actually get anything out of it. And honestly, as soon as he failed that spray, they basically rushed him down and instantly killed him and took his M4. And I don't know what happened to the other 2. Like they all seem to miss their shots all exactly at the same time. And it's not like Infamous did anything special. They just won the aim duels. And honestly, Flirting with Danger, they should have won that round. They should have at least got a few kills on the entry. Then at least Flirting with Danger could have the rest of their teammates could have actually had something to work with, but they didn't that round because of how they didn't get any kills on the entry.
Ooh, YSD finds the kill onto Sad. That's a good start for Flirting with Danger. Might make up for that last round. Look at that, Grace with the Max 7. I believe he's stationed at A site. Yes, he's directly under apartments. No, he's right outside balcony. But Infamous not looking towards that A site this time. This time, they have their eyes on the B site. And there's no one on site. Look at that. Look at that mini-map. The 2 CTs are holding from CT and from tree. They're not holding on site. So this smoke, this CT smoke that they're setting up, not that one, sorry smoke, might be deadly here for Flirting with Danger. However, Santi is boosted above the smoke. He catches Board off guard. He did not know where he is. He gets another one off the Sari as well. That's 2 going down from Infamous. Not how they wanted things to go. Santi is still boosted. He's still getting kills. That's Kraken going down as well. Joe is the last man standing from Infamous now. And Santi absolutely tore them apart. They know exactly where Joe is. And this should be an easy pickup for Zarth. There we go. Flirting with Danger. Now up 6-4. All thanks to Santi.
Yeah, what didn't make sense to me is that they did not really see Santi drop down after those 2 kills. So, for all intent and purposes, they should have at least tried to think that he might still be up there. And even though he did drop down and get boosted back up, like they should have at least tried to predict that he was there, especially when there's a smoke already covering CT. And although the opera did look up towards him, he didn't have the scope up, so he couldn't actually react to Santi, who had the positioning on him. And yeah, that was just an awkward push on the T side. And again, they're struggling. They seem to really like the B pushes,
Hmm.
but they're not doing well on the B pushes, except for the pistol round. Otherwise, they've actually had more success on A than they've had on B. I think two of the rounds that they've won have actually come from A. One of them was with a P250 rush. I think no armor either, or just
Yeah.
a half armor and a few other players.
Well, match has been paused. I do hope it's not a technical issue, but it
Yeah,
just might
it is
be.
a technical issue. There are some of the players are having FPS problems. So hopefully get fixed any minute now. Anything else you'd like to talk about?
I mean, well, your beloved double op setup is back, Creed and Santi. However, Grace staying with the Max 7, surprisingly enough.
Yeah, but did the terrorists actually buy anything on Sorry? Is there like an op on the floor that I just don't see? I don't think so. Judging from what they've all spent 4.8, 4.9. It's Sorry. It doesn't seem to have spent anything, but doesn't have the money. Am I missing something here? No, he actually had that low money. I'm wondering why he was that the round. And it wasn't the round where Sad basically didn't. Where the time ended. That was Sad that had that round. I'm kind of wondering why Sorry has so little money compared to the others. I think it's because when they won that P250 round, I think he was the only one who didn't get a gun. Yeah, that's probably the only reason. Alright, well, not a full buy. The Max 7s, though.
I mean, if it works, it works, and it worked for Grace last round. No reason for it
Yeah.
not to work this round, especially since Santi got a pick with the op from Banana. He found Board standing there all alone, and he took advantage of it. So already Infamous down to 4 players, and all 4 are towards second mid. That's an interesting nade. Sorry, setting up. No, that's a smoke. I'm sorry. Believe that
It's
smokes
smoke.
off arches.
No, yeah, it smokes off
Ooh,
long.
oh, Creed! Through the smoke, he actually got one. And there's Grace with the Max 7. He gets 2. That's Kraken and Joe going down. Bit of friendly fire there. Sad is the last man standing from Infamous. They have a good idea where he is, but they're not quite sure. However, they do have the bomb, and the timer is running out. Sad. He has to do something here. Either decide to save this AK and the utility, or go in and die before timer runs out. Seems like he chooses to go in and die, gives it directly to Creed. And just like that, Flirting with Danger are starting to run away with it now. 7-4 the score.
Yep, their economy is building. Not to mention Grace got 2 kills with a shotgun and now upgrades to an AK for free. So, well, not really for free. He earned those kills.
Yeah.
But now Infamous, even with their loss bonus, it's not like you can buy every round of a loss bonus. You still have, if you're down to 0, you still get low money, or you don't exactly have the full buy. So they're gonna try to save this round, and it looks like they're gonna again work towards their favorite position. They do get 1.
Might actually work here, considering this is an eco. They do get 1.
Oh, there are 2 players waiting for him. It's as if it's the beginning of the round now. As like A is weaker, so they have the possibility to go back to A, but knowing Infamous's T side so far, they seem to be a bit infamous for going B. So
Why do you do that?
I don't know.
Well, it seems like they're running actually towards Church. This is a new take on the B side. I don't think I've seen that one before. Here's Joe with the P250. They know there's an op there. It's Santi, and they rush them together. Sorry gets that kill. As the bomb is getting planted now by Joe.
Right next to him.
There's someone right there. That's Grace. He gets Sorry, sure, but Kraken responds just in time. And Grace goes down. It's a 2-on-2 now. This was an eco round from Infamous. This is best case scenario stuff right here. Kraken gets fully flashed, but he is covered by that smoke, so he's safe. That Molly, however, might pose some issues. Oh, Kraken, the 1 dig gets YSD. There's only one guy left. It's Creed. He's really low, down to 26 HP. All Kraken has to do is land one shot with the deagle. But he can't land it for some reason. He chokes. What? Kraken couldn't land anything, and Creed wins it. He's gonna have enough time to defuse. And Flirting with Danger. Holy moly, they really were flirting with it this time.
Here's the thing, right? He threw that incendiary at his feet, and he had about 1.5 seconds or so where he had to take out his weapon and actually be able to shoot the terrorist. And during that time, he had more than enough ability to actually shoot him. He was so low. I have no idea what he was aiming at that point. It only needed one bullet on him. He just missed everyone.
It looked awkward watching him fire all 7 bullets and miss all 7. But I bet Creed was happy about it. And he's probably happy about that kill there onto board. Already Infamous. Lose a member in the first 15 seconds. Grace gets another one onto Joe there. That was surprising. Grace pushed. Bit of a cheeky push, but he gets the kill. He gets the job done. YSD finds Sad as well. They're sorry dropping to Zarth. It keeps getting worse and worse for Infamous. Kraken is the last man standing in Apps. But YSD's waiting for him right outside that smoke. As that smoke times out, YSD had his crosshair ready. Flirting with Danger up 9-4 now. They are really, really running away with it.
Yeah, it was actually reminding me of one of the previous opponents where they kind of fall off after winning the pistol round, yeah, and winning the following basically eco, force buy and eco, and then they just kind of fall off after that. They did win one round where they won it with full P250s, and let's see, they actually have the same buy this round. Let's see if they can actually make that magic work twice. I find it highly unlikely, though. They'll make the same mistake twice. At least you'd think so.
There is, if you've played any of the Far Cry games, they have the definition of crazy.
Insanity, yeah.
Insanity, sorry. It's doing the same thing and expecting different results. And that's exactly what Infamous are doing now. However, they do get the kill onto Zarth, and the op actually missed Sent. He has to fall back towards Church. As Infamous make their way onto the site, the bomb does get planted. Flirting with Danger. The rotation is a bit late, but they do make it. Finally, Board, however, finds the headshot onto Santi. Here's Creed with the op, responds with one of his own. Board goes down. Joe's already down to 33 HP. Hiding right behind Orange. Here's Creed with the op. He should see him. He's fully flashed. It's an easy pickup for Creed. Kraken, last man standing with 3 HP. Who gets that kill? It's Creed again. Flirting with Danger. 10-4. Heading into the final round of the first half.
Creed's having a pretty good game here.
He definitely is.
He's doing well with both the op and the pistol, and winning that clutch round even though he shouldn't have. But I think that's a major confidence booster for him. You know, he's the only one that doesn't have an avatar of the entire server.
Is he a stand-in? Maybe. He's probably the best stand-in this team has ever had.
Yeah, true. But one thing you'll notice in many games, like pro games, is many times the stand-ins, that they have so much free will, they tend to do better than the actual team. And even that's not really like the equivalent of how the game's how it goes. It's just that he has so much free will over the other teammates who are more strict and tied down, basically. Santi, how did he die?
What? A Molotov kill for Board.
There, it seems.
That's interesting for Santi. YSD also down to 22 HP. There's Zarth going down. This might be a round for Infamous here, as they already have a 2-man advantage over Flirting with Danger. Creed is the last man standing towards that B site with the op. And he's in a good spot to make some damage in case Infamous decide to go for this. But it seems like they're not really going for anything. They're still hanging around mid. 1 minute left on the clock. They're trying to find a gap. There's 4 people now towards that A side. Here's Creed, has to fall back. Board is pushing. He's pushing fast with that AK. That's a good flash from Creed and a no-scope kill onto Board. Grace gets a kill on Sorry as well at the other side of the map, but Joe trades it back this time. And the bomb does get planted on the A side. This is a 2v3 for Flirting with Danger. And YSD is in trouble. Makes it a 1v3 now. Creed, last man standing, 12 HP. He has to go for it. This is the final round. Hoping to get lucky through the smoke. But no such luck this time. 12 HP, failed B-hop, and an AWP to attempt this retake. What can Creed do? The answer is apparently nothing. Because, oh, that's... Well, he dodged the flash in time. So that's nice.
Yeah.
But it didn't matter in the end.
It looked like Flirting with Danger might have actually... Or they looked like they were coming back in that round, if you notice. It was 3v5. And then they got the 2 entries and it became 3v3. But Infamous, fortunately for them, they got the last few kills because they need these rounds, especially now that they're coming to CT side. Like, CT side is one of the harder halves when it comes to buying weapons.
Yeah.
But it is the better side on Inferno as well. So if they can get at least the pistol and the force buy and be able to like balance their economy, then they should be able to easily come back on it.
They did win the pistol on the T side. Can they do it on the CT side? Infamous under pressure. Here's Creed pushing mid fast. But somehow he's still alive. Finally, Sad finds the headshot, but it's onto YSD instead. Santi trades it back. Joe manages to get Grace there. Infamous are 1 man up, 2 man up because Kraken just found the headshot onto Creed here. Sorry from behind. Finishes it off for Infamous with a double kill. And they win the second gun round of the game. Second pistol round, sorry, of the game. 2 for 2 in pistol rounds for Infamous.
But we've seen this before. Like,
oh
we've
yes,
seen
we have.
Teams who have done amazing on pistols but not be able to kind of convert it to their gun rounds. Well, this is the first step that they needed, though. Kind of an awkward buy. Like, they should know that Flirting with Danger is not going to eco because they didn't get that bomb plant. So they're going to force buy. So these submachine guns, they have to get these kills in order to, well, for one, not lose a round, but also to use them against the eco next round. But it's going to be very risky for them because if they lose this, they're not going to be able to come back.
Santi's running full speed ahead to the A side until Sad put a stop to it. But here's YSD and Creed making it work, however. And they should be able to make their way to the A side now. Bomb is about to get planted! What the hell was that, Joe? One hell of a reflex kill. He was looking the other way and then suddenly Grace was eating the barrel of that UMP. Here's YSD in pit. He's down to 35 HP. 2 bullets from any SMG would kill him here. Or not, actually. I think the Bison would have to hit 3 bullets, but doesn't matter anyways because Board managed to get that. Zarth is on site. He's the last man standing. He gets 1 kill, sure, but it's not enough. And the bomb defuse will take place. Infamous reduce the gap to 3 rounds only. And they should have enough money to buy, even though they lost 3 members. Yeah.
But the beginning of the round actually kind of shows why I didn't really like the full submachine gun buy against the force buy. If you knew that they're going to eco, because say if they planted the first round, sorry, if they knew they're gonna eco, then they could buy the submachine guns and they wouldn't be as much at a risk. But because they didn't plant the bomb, they knew they were going to be force buying the second round. So it would have been more risky for them to actually buy a full submachine gun. And that almost ran away from them. They could have actually lost that round. I think for them then they didn't, but still a very big risk to have.
Kraken from balcony, he gets the kill onto YSD. That's a good start of things for Infamous. Trying to get him here. Zarth actually got a deagle dink. Not a dink, sorry, a deagle chest chop. And that allowed them to kill Santi. Finds one onto Sad as well. Flirting with Danger. Can they actually win this eco? Joe tries to put a stop to it there with that kill onto Creed, but it's still a 2v3. Joe with full utility. Oh, that's just in time to look away from that flash. That could have been deadly. Board makes it onto the side. He does get Zarth. That's 1 kill. Joe has to kill 2 now. He does find Santi. Can he keep it going onto Grace? Grace, he has to push. That smoke actually saved Joe. Grace can't actually hit him through the smoke. The bomb defuse is successful. Flirting with Danger. They had that round in the bag. But it all went south. Joe clutches it for Infamous, and only just.
Yeah, he basically basically through that smoke, which shows basically that he didn't know where he was actually defusing, and he hid behind the box, so he wouldn't be able to spam him from up there. So Grace basically was completely confused of where to shoot. So that was a very smart idea to actually try to defuse it. That bomb plant was not for abs whatsoever. They could have planted much better position than that, and actually maybe even guaranteed them the round, because he would have been able to have a good angle from abs. So 10 to 8, and now actually Flirting with Danger can actually have their gun round. So let's see if they actually go B like Infamous always does, or if they're gonna actually try to focus more on A.
4 AKs and the M4 that Grace saved from last round. So definitely a good arsenal, something to be proud of. As they walk in banana now without making any noise. Infamous, again, 2 CTs standing on the right near tree. Sorry's actually boosted up. In that same position, Santi destroyed Infamous from on the T side in the first half. Sorry standing there now. Can he do the same thing, or will Flirting with Danger actually realize that someone might just be there above the smoke? Here we go. There's the setup. There's no smoke, actually. They do get one. Sorry goes down as well, but not before finding the kill onto Grace. So that's one guy going down for Flirting with Danger, but they get 2 in place of him, and the bomb does get planted. Here's Sad from CT with the op. Creed has already made his way inside church, inside construction, but they don't know it yet. They don't know that someone's already there. YSD was hoping to flank, I assume? And Joe caught him off guard there. Interesting flash by Kraken. Bit of a misclick. But it seems like Infamous are electing to save their weaponry instead of going for this retake. Even though it is a 3-on-3, I think they could have gone for it. What do you think? Is it a smart play, or is it a coward play?
No, it's a smart play, because if you look at the economy after this, the ones who say, like Joe for example, can actually drop another gun, and I think one player can go with an UMP or a CZ, maybe even go with a FAMAS actually, so they'll be able to go on a full another buy. While if they didn't save those 3 guns, they wouldn't have. They'd be basically trying to either scavenge up some pistols and armor, or else fully eco for the next round. So now they actually have a chance, because they fully saved that. And even though they had the kit, yeah, they had a kit, so they could have went for it, but then it would have been a bit too risky, especially if they're a bit too far back by the time that retake was happening. If they were a bit closer on, like if the rotate actually came sooner, then they could actually try to retake it in time. But since they were already on the other side of the map by the time they went in and planted the bomb, it was basically too late.
Well, it is a round for Flirting with Danger. And because of that save, as you said, Infamous can now contest in another gun round, although a bit suboptimal, because there's only a FAMAS for Kraken. However, Flirting with Danger with their 5 AKs once more. Only YSD really, who doesn't have that much utility. But other than that, their economy is in a pretty good spot here, Flirting with Danger. 11-8 3-round gap. So it's a 3-round cushion, really. Something they can be comfortable about.
Yeah, definitely. But even though it's going to be an awkward buy, this is actually a very good boost.
This
can
boost!
Actually... Okay, never mind.
Oh my god, it backfired
Perfect
completely.
entry.
Santi on fire this game. My god, how many kills does he have? He's already got 15 kills and 12 deaths. Santi, he is on fire for Flirting with Danger. He does get those 2 kills. The bomb does get planted. And Infamous again hoping to save, but Kraken finds a kill onto YSD. He should be able to pick up that AK, no problems. And pick it up he does, as he joins up with his teammates to save their weaponry once more. This will make it 12-8 for Flirting with Danger. They're getting dangerously close, haha, to that map point, to that 16 point. Here's Santi hunting, hoping to get a kill. They do have the economy to afford hunting here. They can lose 1 or 2 players. And that molly in pit will force Joe out of position. He does, however, still manage to get the kill onto Creed. Look at that Santi. He really wants the kill on Pit, but he knows someone's on side. And he walks up anyways. Kraken takes that free kill for himself. Says, thank you very much. And they all survive with their weaponry still in hand.
Well, in one case, they did have the economy to go hunting. But at the same time, they're kind of limiting themselves that if they lose 2 rounds in a row, they themselves will be forced on eco. So they're kind of risking their own economy just to try to go after Infamouses. But they did have a good reason to, because again, Infamous was saving with 3 players, which means they can drop something to the other opponents, especially with that op. So again, Infamous can buy just because they're saving 3. So it's actually really smart to be saving these guns instead of just constantly trying to retake and risk it. Because if they just keep trying to retake and risk it, if they fail, which a lot of the time they will, they actually are going to end up ecoing fully. And considering they're already down these many rounds, they can't afford losing so many rounds in a row, especially when they're forced on eco.
It's painful. It's really painful for Infamous, and that Max 7 buy from board shows it. Just how painful it is. Kraken also with an AK and no utility whatsoever. Same for Sad. Just really 2 smokes left for Infamous. Not optimal, is the least you can say. Grace finds that shot onto Joe there. I have no idea where Joe was looking, but he was not looking at Grace. There's a Max 7 on the side and board. He doesn't get anything before going down. Creed shoots him in the head and does manage to plant the bomb. Infamous, again 3 players left. And this time, make it 2 because Zarth found the kill onto Sari. Seems like they want to save once more. Kraken does find the kill onto Creed. And he is walking up. He's not going to save. He's going to try to go for this, it seems like. So well said. This is a bit of an interesting maneuver there by Infamous. Zarth is down to 10 HP, but he's hiding in Ab. Sad, looking towards Pit, hoping to catch someone off guard.
Here. Yeah, and they will try to save.
Yeah.
Even though it's two.
Oh.
Okay, not 2
Wow.
players. Kraken went into the side. Why did he go into the side? Your teammate's already saving. I mean, 2 players is not a lot of money to go into the next round. They'll end up having less than they need. Like the minimum you need is for 3 players to buy again. So at least having 2 means you can try to drop 1 and still keep going, even with a half buy. But like, because Kraken pushed in on his own, now Sad is basically, he's the one holding this round together because the rest of the teammates are forced on eco.
Ooh, the op shot missed there from Sad. I feel like Infamous have been tossing this op around for quite a while now. But it's in Sad's hands now, but he missed that op shot and he has to fall back. Meanwhile, the rest of Infamous with less than stellar weaponry. As you can see, Sari with a 5-7 and no armor. As he hides in sandbags, he might just catch someone off guard here if he aims for the head. They're looking towards sandbags and Santi finds that kill through the sandbags, surprisingly enough. Sari goes down here, Sad with the op. Can he land the shot this time? We shall see. That's the smoke's coming out. And Sad has to fall back. He got flashed as well. He has to fall back, change position. He makes his way towards Coffin, but that's also smoked off. And now that op is effectively useless until those smokes time out. But Flirting with Danger are actually waiting for something. Not quite sure what they're waiting for. Were they hoping to convince Infamous it was a fake? Because they might have just done that. But the smokes have time out here. Sad getting a kill with that op onto Zarth. That's a good start of the round for Infamous. But board drops from sight. Creed hoping to get a lucky wallbang there onto Sad, but nothing going. Kraken finds a headshot onto YSD on the other side of the map as the bomb gets planted there by Grace. Sad is still alive with the op from Church, but he still can't quite land any shots, it seems like. He finally gets back up in the form of Joe, but Joe gets absolutely demolished by Creed. Creed, he's still alive, he's still getting kills. He finds Kraken as well, but Sad finally shuts him down. It's a 1v2 now with the op, and Santi finds that final headshot. Flirting with Danger, 14-8, and they are flirting with map point.
Yep. and Infamous. Infamous doesn't really have much of a chance here. Like if they keep making these mistakes, and like that was actually a pretty decent round for them considering they didn't have the best buy. They had mostly pistols and that op. So they can buy here because of it, but like otherwise they're basically feeding kills to Flirting with Danger very early on in the game and the rounds. And that's where they're risking it, but this is a very good actually entry here. They might actually be able to come back here. This is the perfect start now for them. All they need to do now is just hold back, and now that they have the one-man advantage, and don't give the advantage back to Flirting basically. I don't want that up. You take it.
This time Kraken with the op for Infamous. It's really every round it's almost like someone else is holding it.
Yeah. He doesn't want it this time around. Creed has been really good with the op so far, for Flirting actually. So the fact he gets to hold, I think Grace just took it for maybe positional reasons, and then they just gave it back to Creed. Now
there's the nades again on that B side. This time, bit of an unorthodox setup from Infamous, and it paid off.
What?
Why? It paid off. Board gets 2 kills. Sorry gets the 3rd onto Grace. Flirting with Danger lose 4 members just like that. It's only Creed left. Does have an op, but there's not much he can do here versus 5 people. He does get bored, so that's something. Can he get Kraken? No, he cannot. Kraken is the one who lands that shot. And Infamous. They reduced the gap to 5 rounds. 14-9 the score.
Yeah, 4 or 5 rounds. Doesn't seem that much 5 rounds, but considering the money that Infamous has and the buy that they have, unless there should be an op on the floor. Yeah. Okay, I see it right in front of me now. I'm basically blind. So yeah, a decent buy from Infamous, but if they lose this round, they have nothing for the next round. Like barely anything for the next round. So this is a must-win for Infamous. They can't make any mistakes, and they shouldn't lose guns either because then they're gonna be forced on a shoddy buy next round. While Flirting, they do have a bit of a gap, so they still have something to work with, but look like they're also going to do another B rush. 2 in.
Oh, they're still going towards that B side, and they actually kind of make it work. Kasari dropped, but he did get a kill in return. Santi does die. Bomb has been planted. Here's Creed from on top of Orange. You can see a bit from CT, but I don't think Infamous can make this work. As you said, they might just have to save, but they're going for it anyways. It is a 3v4 as they make their way towards Church. Actually, one of them does, and that's Sad. Joe gets the headshot onto Creed. That's a good start of things. Sad from Church. Oh, Zarth was looking straight at him. And I believe we just had a technical issue with the server. Oh, no, never mind. We're back. That was interesting.
Decided, yeah. We don't need to.
And somehow it's down to a 1v1. It's just Joe and Grace. He taps the bomb, and Grace should be able to pick up that kill easily. And Flirting with Danger. 15-9 now, but all 5 members died. So the money's looking really awkward on both sides, really.
Yeah.
Very awkward.
They have an okay buy. I mean, the Mac 10 isn't that bad.
It's something.
Yeah, but Infamous have no CZ in the Mac 7, so not much either. But Board can actually go. They could have actually went apartments with this. He's gonna opt for banana. Okay.
Well, they're making it work for now. However, Joe finds the kill onto YSD. Creed trades it back. It's looking good for Flirting with Danger. The bomb has been planted. It's only Sari and Board left. One of them with a max 7, but they're gonna have to attempt this retake anyways. Here we go, Sari. He's gonna push through the smoke. He's gonna find Santi looking straight at him, and Santi finds that kill. Creed gets the last one. Flirting with Danger win map 1 on Inferno with a convincing 16-9 scoreline.
Yep. Now it comes down to, I think it was Mirage. Was it Mirage? Yeah, Mirage is the second map, and it depends on how they're gonna do on Dust 2, I guess. But like, Mirage is gonna be an important map now for Infamous. They did a decent job on their CT side, but like the economy actually came to bite them. They had to basically constantly go to save just so they can try to buy the next round, and it didn't. Sure, the saving helped them buy the next and buy the next, but they couldn't get actually the aim duels on point, even if they had the weaponry, and that basically lost them the map.
Well, it's a convincing victory
Convincing.
for now, as we head on to map 2. That would be Mirage. But however, you guys are gonna have to enjoy map 2 without our lovely voices, because we have got to excuse ourselves. The delays have taken a bit too long, but we hope you enjoyed the game. Nonetheless, both teams have been playing well so far, and so don't go anywhere, because after the break you're gonna enjoy a much more atmospheric version.
Yeah, maybe a
of
thrilling
CS:GO.
Rush. Maybe it's better that we're not there.
Maybe it's better. Yeah, you might enjoy it more. Maybe we're just making things worse all along.
I guess we'll find out.
Thank you guys, and see you again soon.
See you.
Counter-terrorists win. Bomb has been defused. Counter-terrorists win. Bomb has been planted. Terrorists win. Bomb has been planted. Bomb has been defused. Counter-terrorists win. Terrorists win.